Hello, welcome back to the Go Read Sis podcast. I'm Lexie.
And I'm Kati.
And today we have an extra special Throwback Thursday 2016 inspired podcast for you guys.
Yes, we heard 2016 was back in 2026.
So we are here to bask in the glory of 2016 for a moment longer.
Yes.
We're going to be doing a whole bunch of stuff today. We're going to be talking about our current reads. We're going to be talking about like some trends we fell victim to in 2016, which honestly, kind of scared about.
A little.
Yeah.
But that's okay.
We'll be fine. We'll power through it all together. And then we'll finish it off with some books that if you loved in 2016, you need to read a similar-ish book recommendation now. So if you like this, then read this kind of vibes.
Yeah.
So we have a lot to pack in here. So I think we just start talking about our current reads.
Absolutely. What are you reading right now?
I am reading In Your Dreams by Sarah Adams, and I'm eating it up.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
It's so cutie. This is the fourth and final installment of the When in Rome interconnected series by Sarah Adams. I would say it's pretty clean. And if it's not, she puts disclaimers at the start of the chapter, or the start of the book, on what chapters to skip. So love that. We love an aware author.
Yeah.
But it is so cutie. I read Beg, Borrow, or Steal right when that one came up, which I think was about a year ago now. Didn't love that one, but definitely just like reader preference. So I went into In Your Dreams being like, please deliver. And it is delivering. It is like brother's best friend vibes. He's a cowboy.
Wait.
Yeah.
Wait.
It's really good. I 14 pages in was already like kicking my feet, like giggling, like swooning. He's like the protective, like older brother, like when they were kids. And oh my gosh, guys,
I love that.
Really good. I'm eating it up. Like,
I started. Madison? Is she the female main character?
Madison, yeah. I thought you said Addison. I'm like, I don't know who Addison is.
Madison,
yeah. No, it's Madison, who plays like not a big part in that book, but like she's
in it.
Yeah. And then what? Are you reading Fable? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Spoiler alert. So it's really good. I have to say, I read all these books. Like, I read the first two pretty close back to back because I wasn't like caught up, and then I read Beg, Borrow, or Steal when it came out, and now this one. I'm genuinely sad that our time in Rome, Kentucky is coming to an end.
Me too.
Because like the characters are so lovable. It gives like Gilmore Girl vibes, but like she's just created such like a safe space and relationship with her readers, I think. Yes. Where like you're going into a clean, lighthearted book. If there is going to be any like somewhat triggering like experiences or scenes, like she writes it, like she just like there's just a good relationship there, and yes. I love these characters with my whole heart. I'm not ready to say goodbye. Like, no. I might restart like Rome, like When in Rome right after.
I've been thinking about rereading When in Rome and Practice Makes Perfect.
It's like one sitting. Oh, Practice Makes Perfect is my favorite one, I think.
I don't know which one's my favorite yet, but I haven't gotten.
I can see like you really, really liking Beg, Borrow, or Steal.
Yeah. So
okay,
if you're
Katie's
my current read is Beg, Borrow, or Steal by Sarah Adams. I'm a little over halfway through, and I love it. Like, I really, really am having the best time. The couple in it reminds me a lot of the couple in Beach Read. And I think that's part of what I really, really like about it. Their banter is so cute, and their tension is adorable, and he rides a motorcycle. I'm like...
And he wears glasses.
Clock it. Yeah. He wears goofy socks and glasses and rides a motorcycle. I'm like, that's so iconic.
Literally.
So iconic. So I love that. Also, they're both teachers, which I also think is just so cute. I worked with kids at my last job, and so anybody that is a character in a book that like has a job where they work with kids, I'm like, I see you. I connect with you. So I'm really having such a fun time, and it's so like funny and cute. I love it. I was having fun like immediately when I started the book, and I had tried to pick it up during a readathon last year.
That's right.
Yeah. And my brain was so fried. It was at the end of the readathon, and the words are
dangerous
like
territory.
Kind of small.
They are.
So I just was like, I kind of rage quit because I was like, the words are small. My brain is fried. Like, I cannot do this right now. And so that kind of like turned me off to like picking it up again because I was like, oh, I had this like bad experience with like trying to read it. I literally had only read like 3 pages, if even. So I had no idea like what was going to happen. But I really like it.
Yeah.
I'm excited about In Your Dreams, too. That's one that I want to pick up so quickly after.
Do you have it?
I don't have it yet.
Okay,
I'm gonna acquire it
No,
soon.
it's so good. Like, I think the basis of, like, their relationship is, like, the perfect recipe for it to be my favorite, like,
that's so
romance
fair.
couple, because, like, oh my gosh.
Yeah. I feel like the When in Rome, like, that whole series just gives, like, the Dream Harbor series, but, like, clean
and not the mystery aspect, I don't think.
That's true. But I prefer Sarah Adams, like, banter to...
Oh, yeah, it's good. Well, I feel like, Lori Gilmore writes the spice in her books because the tension isn't as good.
Yeah.
She doesn't write the tension as good. Like, I will die on this hill that tension is way better than spice because
my gosh, yeah.
the way in Sarah Adams' books she has me, like, kicking my feet over, like, the littlest things, like, in Your Dreams, like, he reaches over and, like, puts her seatbelt on because, like, she forgets or whatever, like, the way I was, like, like, freaking out so much versus, like, in, the Pumpkin Spice Cafe or whatever, like, you know, they get in bed or whatever, and I'm like, ugh, okay, whatever. Like, there was nothing to lead up to, like, make this hit.
Yeah.
So I love the tension way, way more. And have you read any of her other books, like Sarah Adams' books?
Yeah, I can't remember which one now, but I did read one of her other ones, too.
Okay. I've read two of her, the cheat sheet and the rule book, and very same, like, vibes. Like, not spicy if they're... And I will say, she does her disclaimers for the spice, and I would say they're not, like... They're not smut. Like, it's just spice. It's nothing, like, super crazy. I still skip it, but, like, it's not, like, a romantasy, like, crazy vibes.
Yeah.
Anyway, those two other books of hers I really, really liked. But I've heard, like, some mixed things on some of her, like, backlist, like, her early writing years.
I've heard that, too, that some of those books just, like, don't hit as hard. But that, you just have to expect that from an author. Like, when they're starting out, their books are not going to be as good as their books that they're releasing after they've already done 6 of them. You know, like, your first book as an author is always 9 times out of 10 it's going to be your worst. And if it, like, sometimes those books get published and sometimes they don't. So sometimes, like, an author will publish a book that's incredible, but most likely it's not the first book that they've ever written. It's just the first one that they published. Yeah. So that I feel totally fine with. Like, I'm holding nothing against the author if their first, like, book to 3 books are, like, not that good. Yeah. It's okay.
You gotta learn your voice.
Exactly. Yeah.
I don't think I said in our intro that we were going to be talking about bookish news. And we're going to be talking about bookish news.
We are now talking about bookish news.
Like, breaking news.
Oh, like, my gosh. Guys. Like, we literally found out about this, 2 days ago?
Yeah. We're just so excited we can't keep our cool. Like,
no, we can't. We're just freaking out. Okay, so
take your guess right now what we're freaking out about.
We'll give you a second.
Go in the comments right now. What are we freaking out about right now? Okay. Go ahead, announce it. You do the honors.
2 of Brandon Sanderson's series are getting screen adaptations. They have contracted already with Apple. We are getting Mistborn and Stormlight Archives on screen. I'm so excited. I can't even... For you guys, this is, like, a week-old news, probably. But, like, maybe you haven't heard it yet. This is so exciting. Had to deep dive into how this came about and, like, what's been going on. So I read a few articles. And last year, he was in talks already with another, like, company or whatever to get a couple of his works on screen, and they couldn't come to an agreement on the terms of the contract. So he said, no, I'm not giving you my work. Like, we're not doing that. So the way that he ended up getting this deal with Apple is he actually is going to have full creative control over the film series, which is Mistborn, and the television series, which is Stormlight Archives. So he gets, like, beginning to end, like, he control over how it's told and how it's portrayed, like, from script writing all the way to the very end, like, final check to say, yes, this is what we're gonna release. So this is also very, very rare for authors to have this much control over how their works are going to be seen on screen.
Very true.
And I think with Brandon Sanderson, this is why it's taken so long for him to get any adaptation signed. Because if you read Mistborn, it's so surprising that they haven't been turned into movies already, because they are just literally the perfect story to be told on a screen. Like, I think the movies are going to be incredible, but it makes so much sense that he was waiting for the right deal where he could say, this is how I want my stories told. You're not going to do it any other way. You're going to make sure you have final approval from me before we put this out. You're not taking crazy creative liberties and like whatever you want to do with the story that I wrote. And I think I love that. Incredible.
Because I think we've seen so many times for book to movie adaptations where the movie doesn't do the book any kind of justice, and the first person who gets like all of the hate is the author when they had nothing to do with it.
Yep.
And not that I am like a huge Colleen Hoover stan, but like majority of her movies that have flopped, she gets all the hate, and it has nothing to do with her.
Right.
It really doesn't. So I'm so excited to see how this plays out, and I'm really hoping that it like paves the road for like future authors to have. I would say like I wouldn't expect like a lot of authors to want full creative freedom. Like I think a lot of authors would have like that, like find the companies to like take some liberties, but like at least have like more of a say in how their story gets told.
For sure.
So I'm really excited to see like what this does for like the book to movie adaptation world.
I also think it's an incredible testament to Brandon Sanderson's character, because he very clearly waited for the opportunity that was the best for the story and for the fans. Like he didn't go, oh, this person's gonna pay me for the rights to my story. Yeah, I'll take the money here. You can have
like
the story.
Let me just go with the biggest bidder. Like
it truly shows how much he cares about his work and his fans and the satisfaction of his fans. And I just absolutely could not be more excited about these adaptations, and could not be happier that a deal was signed and that he has so much control over this, because it makes me have so much higher hopes for how the adaptations are going to go. 100%. And it just makes me feel like I can be so much more excited because I'm like, okay, yes, this is
Brandon Sanderson's story.
Amazing.
Yeah. Like I still won't like I'd be shocked if it's like it's not going to be identical to the books, of course, because there's just not the time for it.
Right.
But like I feel like with Brandon Sanderson being on like in such a high regard into the story, like you're still getting like an authentic, genuine Mistborn story. And even if there's things that he puts in the movies that aren't in the book, I know that they're gonna be things that he has thought so strongly about that would like
elevate the story.
I couldn't think of the word. Elevate the story in a positive way. Like he's not gonna just throw in like, oh, here's like this little random scene because like it's random and it's gonna look good on screen. No, it's gonna be something that is like conducive to the story, and I genuinely can't wait.
He is nothing if not intentional with the way he tells a story. And so I think like having it, people are saying it's going to be the next Game of Thrones.
I'm okay with that.
No. I think this is going to be the next Harry Potter, Star Wars. Like I think it's bigger than Game of Thrones.
I could see that because it has like we're starting with Mistborn, but there's so many side stories to this where it could just be like a massive. It is a massive universe.
Marvel.
Like, ooh, okay.
Like I see so much. Like people are like, yeah, the next Game of Thrones. Like, no, you're thinking too small about
Game of Thrones is getting up there.
I know, but it's just a TV show. Like it's.
But there's more. I mean, there's more to it.
I know that
there will be,
but it's not.
I guess
the scale of the Star Wars universe, the Marvel universe.
That's true.
Even like maybe not Harry Potter's not as big. It's just more like big in my brain. But
it's definitely like money wise,
right?
And like people love it wise.
There's
just
a
as
whole
big.
Freaking park in Universal of Harry Potter.
There's a whole Broadway show.
Right. I don't see a park in Universal for Game of Thrones. Not
that's true. Not yet, anyway. I mean,
I don't know. I haven't read or watched any of it. I just have heard things, but
it's something.
I'm sure. But that's like the level. Like Star Wars has like a ride and more at Disney. Like that's the kind of level that I think his stuff has
the potential to be.
Yes.
That's fair. Do you think it's going to be live action?
I struggle with this because I feel like there's a lot of it that if it was portrayed in like an animated format, it would translate better. However, I think that the audience would be more appeased if it was live action. Yeah. And I think it'll perform better if it's live action. Yeah. Also with like CGI and AI, like where it is now for filmmaking, like I don't think they're going to have any issue translating the stuff that happens, especially in Mistborn. I haven't read the Stormlight Archive series yet.
No, me either.
But at least just talking about Mistborn, so much of what they do in Mistborn I think could very easily be translated to live action.
If they can do the whole Avatar blue people thing, they can do Avatar. I mean, Mistborn. Like all of the weird creatures in Avatar that have no like real life counterpart. Yeah, like I think they can make it work for Mistborn.
Also, like, same for any other fantasy series. Like, they were doing that with Star Wars in the 80s. Like, Yoda's a weird little green dude, you know? Like,
that's true.
If they could make Yoda and Wookiees in the 80s, like, certainly they could make a Khandra in the
Miss Wraith and all that.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, I can't wait to see like the portrayal of like the Inquisitors and all of them, and even like the Mistborns, like while they're flying and stuff. Like
I think it's gonna be so cool.
In my head, I was for sure always picturing like Dementors.
Me too.
So I can't wait to see like what they actually like are supposed to
that or like Superman, like with the cape.
I think I was getting like Dementors because of the cloak.
Black cloak.
Yeah, the mist cloak thing. Yeah. But I am just so excited to see this story like portrayed on screen, and it was announced like the day after I finished the last Mistborn book. So I literally am like texting Katie. I'm like, what's the procedure? Like, what does someone do after they finish Mistborn? Because like I feel genuinely unwell. And then like imagine like, am I surprised when the Lord just graced me with the news of there being a TV show 12 hours after I finished? I was like, this is what you do. You just have something else from the Mistborn world to look forward to. Like, thank you so much, Jesus. Like, this news couldn't have come at a better time because I literally was about to be in the biggest books of my life.
I'm dying. That's so incredible.
Yeah. It was perfect timing, really, because I was like, I can't read anything ever again and have it, like...
No.
Hit like this.
Like Mistborn hit.
So now I can look forward to the show and enjoy other books.
Yeah, for real. Well, and then the Mistborn will be just films, and then Stormlight Archives will be the show. But I'm very interested to see how they, like, first of all, how they portray it, of course, but then also, like, how they cast it. Because I did start thinking about this, and I don't know if you have any thoughts either, but I feel like if you guys have seen the Shadow and Bone TV show,
I haven't.
The girl who plays Inej, I think would be an incredible Vin. She's, like, tiny and, like, dark hair. Like, we'd have to, I mean, I think she has long hair when she plays Inej, but...
Just give her a haircut.
Yeah, exactly. Give her a haircut. She's got, like, the dark hair. She's, like, a little bit, I think she's Indian, I want to say. But, like, gorgeous, but also, like...
Could kill you in your sleep.
Yeah.
Looks like a cinnamon roll. Could kill you in your sleep.
Yeah, but you can also tell that she is scary upon like looking at her, but like would be such a great character for like early in the Mistborn series. I can talk about this because this doesn't like spoil anything. Vin goes to balls, okay? And so she starts as this like little street urchin, and she's like, you know, on the streets in ratty clothing, whatever. And I feel
skinny,
like that,
scrawny, like, yeah.
Yes, that actress
Sickly.
is like that, like petite little like scary, can do like crazy parkour and stuff. But then like she gets dressed up and she goes to these balls, and she's like beautiful. Like she is sought out by, you know, some very important men at these balls, and it's clear that she's stunning. And I feel like that actress in particular could portray both sides of Vin so well. And I don't remember her name off the top of my head, but
I don't know. She's gonna be too old.
If you're trying to look her up, she's in her late 20s, and she has a very young looking face. And I feel like Vin could be played by a woman in her 30s.
Is she 12 or 16 in the first one?
No, she's like 19 or 20.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I guess I read too much YA, because they're all like 16.
Yeah, no. She's like, if she's not...
I feel like she was like 16 in the first one, and there's a time jump in the second one.
Maybe, but I felt like...
Maybe not. I don't know.
I didn't think she was that young. I thought it was maybe more like 18.
17, 18. Maybe 18.
Maybe
it might
not.
Be 18.
I don't know. Late teens for sure.
Yeah.
Definitely not like early, you know, middle high school. No, like definitely high school, college. And I feel like a petite woman in her 30s with the right makeup could absolutely play like a 17,
if they can CGI the Contra, they can CGI a 30-year-old to look like
also,
an 18-year-old.
Like, she looks super young. Like,
That's
if you
fair.
look her up, I'm gonna look her up real quick because I feel like you need to see it. Everybody pull out your Google and look up Inej from Shadow and Bone. Amita Suman is her name.
Okay. She
was 16.
That's
you were
crazy.
Right. That is insane. The amount
she's
of stuff.
very mature vibe.
Yeah,
for sure.
And the amount of stuff she goes through at like 16.
That's why she's mature.
I bet you in the movies they'll age her up.
Probably.
I feel like they always do.
They're not gonna do. No one does age accurate unless you're Suzanne Collins doing your movies.
Oh my gosh, which is like the most tragic movies to be age accurate, but also necessary. Anyway, okay, moving on. We have got some exciting things. First of all, we felt like we really needed to talk about 2016 because apparently 2026 is the new 2016.
It is. Like, it's giving all the vibes.
All the vibes.
Like, Fetty Wap is out of prison.
That's crazy.
We're getting another Hunger Games movie.
Yes.
Like, it just feels like 2016.
It does. It's
giving.
the vibes. And 2016 was 10 years ago. Both of us were in high school.
Literally peak. I was 16. It was peak.
Yeah. I was 15.
Close enough.
Yeah. But we are first going to talk about some trends that we fell victim to in 2016.
Guys, I think is embarrassing already.
One of the biggest ones was like the 2016 fashion was wild. Like, I'm really hoping that we don't bring back skinny jeans because I cannot do that again. No, thank you.
Honestly, I still own skinny jeans.
I can't wear skinny
I don't
jeans.
hate them.
I hate them so much, like with a passion.
Okay. Love.
They're so uncomfortable. Like, I just feel like I'm dying wearing skinny jeans.
It's like a warm hug. But I feel like, okay, for some additional context, we were in New England in 2016.
Yes.
Skinny jeans were necessary to wear under sweatpants in freezing cold weather.
Okay, I always wore just like leggings though.
I wore jeans.
I wore leggings under sweatpants. You wore jeans under sweatpants?
Sometimes, yeah.
That's crazy.
I wasn't alone.
Sometimes under like my snow pants. If I had to wear snow pants, I'd wear skinny jeans under.
Me too, sometimes.
Yeah.
So one thing to know about me, I still to this day would prefer to be in sweatpants and like shorts or whatever.
Yeah, fair.
It's just like, that's my comfort. But if I was like dressing like to look nicer, like picture day or whatever, one is side part.
Oh yeah, me too, unfortunately. And that's another one we cannot bring back, please.
Please don't. I won't be participating in the side part thing.
No.
And then it was like some kind of sweatshirt with some abstract pattern. Not sweatshirt, but like sweater with like abstract pattern. The infinity scarf with anything but a matching pattern.
Yes.
Or like an absurd color.
Correct.
Skinny.
Teal blue.
Oh my gosh. My room was teal.
I'm not even surprised.
And then like skinny jeans with those like iconic like Tris Prior combat boots.
Yep.
Or Tim's. I own Tim's.
Oh, Tom's?
Tim's. No, the boot.
Oh.
Like the working boot.
Oh, dang.
Like okay. Timberlands.
Oh, crazy. I always wanted Timberlands. My mom said no.
You know, I guess to be fair, I also was involved in the fire department and we needed steel-toed boots. So, like, I had I wasn't just wearing them for fashion.
Yeah.
But, like, I also was just wearing them for fashion. Like,
I had thrifted combat boots. And they were the type where, like, they laced all the way to the top, but they had a zipper on the side.
Yes, me too!
Yeah. It was either those or, like, I had fake Uggs also. But, like,
me too.
The, like,
the
calf,
longer one. Yeah,
the mid-calf ones.
Mine were, like, Payless, I think. Like, Payless was still a store back in the day.
Yeah. I don't remember where I got mine, but they were definitely not real Uggs.
My mom does not pay for real Uggs.
No. Okay, you said sweatpants, and this just reminded me of this. I was a freshman in high school in 2016, and there was a period of time where I was literally wearing sweatpants every single day to school, to the point where my mom was like, Katie, I'm making a rule for you. You are not allowed to wear sweatpants to school Monday through Thursday. If you want to wear sweatpants on Friday, you can wear sweatpants on Friday. But Monday through Thursday, ma'am, you are not wearing sweatpants. And I said, okay, so I started wearing leggings every day to school. So
oh my gosh, remember the leggings with like the patterns?
No, literally. Okay, so that was more like 2014 for me.
Okay,
was like the Aztec leggings. I for sure had those. 2016 for me was like black leggings, my Uggs, a like also weird pattern sweater. I had the one where like it was like, it looked like hair was like popping. There were like the fuzzy ones.
Oh my god.
But it was like little tiny hairs. I had a couple of those that I was obsessed with like crazy patterns and colors, and then also infinity scarf.
The infinity scarves had a chokehold.
Also, there was a period of time where I thought I was punk, and I had this beanie that was like a slouch beanie.
Please
listen.
Stop. Do you have a picture? Can we insert a picture?
I don't know if I do. I had 2 slouch beanies, okay, that I have to tell you about both of them. One of them was the fuzzy material that was like multicolored, and I had an infinity scarf that was the same multicolor like situation and material.
Oh, that's so
I would
cute.
wear my slouch beanie with my and it was like slouch, like one of the ones that like went like down to like your neck or whatever. I had that one, and then my other one that I thought I was so cool for. It was from, I want to say, the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. And it like said Rock and Roll Hall of Fame on it.
No.
But listen, that's not even the best part. It had wired headphones on the inside of the beanie.
That's kind of cool.
It was sick, okay? They were sewn in. It was like 2 little circle things that were sewn in around where your ears would be. And then like the wire just like came out the back of the beanie.
That's funny.
So I would be walking around school with like my beanie on, and we weren't allowed to like wear hats in class, but we could wear them in the hallways.
Right, yep.
So I would like put it on in the hallways. I'd be listening to my music and my phone in my back pocket with like the wire sticking.
That's so funny. I don't know if this was 2016, but I did have like this zip-up jacket where the strings were earbuds.
Wait, that's incredible. The wired earbuds were like such a big thing at the time. Like even just like the white Apple like wired ones. I had them on.
They were a stud, and you always put it up through your sweatshirt.
Yes. Yeah, always, always. What were you listening to? Speaking of headphones.
Oh my gosh. Probably like whatever was popular. So like, was Call Me Maybe?
That was about that time, yeah.
Call Me Maybe, Jar of Hearts.
Oh yeah.
Things like that. I also was starting to get into country, so like Rascal Flatts, Jason Aldean.
Oh, that's like good.
I know, I still listen to them, so like not that crazy, but
I was listening to Taylor Swift, of course. I've always been listening to Taylor Swift, but this was like towards the end of my like think I'm punk rock phase. So I also was listening to Panic at the Disco, Fall Out Boy, 21 Pilots, Paramore, like all of them, like I just was like, if anyone were to ask me, and actually I vividly remember I got my first job in 2016, and my first, I know, right? My first job interview, I like went in, and the interview was with like the manager, and he asked me like, oh, what type of music do you listen to? And I'm like, mostly alternative rock. It was so cringy, you guys. 15-year-old Katie.
Why was everything so cringy in 2016?
So cringy.
That's so embarrassing for you.
So bad.
But you got the job.
I did. I got the job. It was a climbing gym, okay? Like, it was cool to listen to alternative music.
I feel like the alternative music is like the climbing, it makes sense. Yeah. Checks out.
Yeah, so I'm in with my little earbuds with, like, what's his name? Brendan Urie, like, screaming in my ears. Like, I listened to a little bit of My Chemical Romance. I had other friends that were, like, way...
I remember that.
Yeah, that band was like, that was if you were like even more like punk, then you listened to My Chemical Romance, and then if you were even more punk, there were like other bands that I didn't get that far. But
would you describe were you punk in 2016?
Not actually. I think I was like wannabe. I also was obsessed. This is also like just came out of the depths of my brain.
I know.
I was obsessed with Batman in like
the not DC character.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Okay. Like obsessed. I watched I think the Dark Knight trilogy when I was in like 7th or 8th grade. So like my like ages 13 to 16 was like always Batman everything.
That just reminded me, I don't know if it was like 2016 or a little bit before, but when Insurgent came out in theaters, my friend and I dressed up as Triss. Like, we even ordered like the temporary bird tattoos.
Didn't we all?
And like, oh my gosh, like
That was just peak. That was
girlhood. And like we did like the midnight premiere and we got like posters. Like why don't movie theaters give posters anymore?
No, for
actually,
real,
like I like that.
They just now give away like, popcorn buckets
literally, which are cool, but they're like $40.
Yeah.
Give me a poster for free, please.
Literally.
So.
Yeah. I was a combination between that and then 2016 into 2017, I was more like Visco girl. So if you looked at me like freshman year of high school, it was like I still kind of thought I was cool, thought I was punk like first half of 2016. And then second half of 2016, I realized that wasn't. It's actually true. I started dating Justin and I was like, I guess I'm not punk anymore. I'm just a Visco girl now. And
so I just got to be aesthetic.
I had a Hydro Flask with the beads. Like, you know how you would make like the beaded bracelets, but they were just like you did like one string and then you made a bunch of them and put them on your Hydro Flask. Yeah, I had
like
that.
The EOS like chapsticks.
Yes,
I love those
I had
things.
so many of those things.
Too. I'd be like, you don't even use like 5 of them. I'm like, Mom,
it doesn't matter.
And I would like display them on my bureau.
That and then the little hand sanitizers from like
okay, I still have those. Bath and Body Works.
Okay, yeah.
I still have them.
That's fair.
I had like a shelf I had built in one of my woodworking classes and it was filled like with like Bath and Body Works perfumes lined up.
Oh my god.
Hand sanitizers lined up and like I'm like, oh, yes. That's where the overconsumption started.
Oh, for sure. I also was learning how to drive. I had so many things.
I had my license.
I think I got my license in 2017, but 2016 was when I started learning how to drive. So like started dating my husband in 2016.
Big year.
Learned how to drive in 2016. Yeah, I got my first job. It was a huge year that was like peak teenagery for me.
Yeah. I bought my first car in 2016.
Wow, that's really cool.
Yep.
I love that.
I didn't meet Ryan till the year after. That'll be next year's podcast.
Yeah.
We're talking about that.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think what other trends were like big. Oh my gosh, that like stupid dog filter on.
Oh my gosh.
I fell victim to that so hard, guys.
Funny story is I wasn't allowed to have Snapchat like at all. So I downloaded it in rebellion when I turned 18. Like because I was like, you can't tell me what to do anymore. I'm 18. My big rebellion is I'm downloading Snapchat.
I got a tattoo.
That's fair. I got a piercing too, but
ooh,
yeah, scary.
I think I got my nose pierced in 2016.
Nice. In 2016?
I think so. Nice. I was 16. Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah. So I didn't have Snapchat, so I couldn't use any of those filters. But everybody that I was friends with had Snapchat.
So you're like, please let me take my picture.
Correct. Yep. And then once I started dating Justin, it just became like I just took over his Snapchat and just was using all the filters on his. And then Instagram.
I wish I knew you then.
I know. Instagram picked up the filter thing at some point too. And so once Instagram had the goofy filters, then I would do the Instagram ones.
Yeah.
But yeah.
And then we had Vine, which honestly, I still like quote some Vines.
Same. Like, I wasn't allowed to have Vine either. I used to watch the YouTube endless Vine like recaps or whatever those things were that were like so an hour long of just Vines.
No, that's so funny. Honestly, sometimes like if I'm just feeling like silly and goofy, like I'll do that now.
Yeah.
There were some goated Vines.
That
are still
Vine
prevalent.
Was incredible.
Look at all those chickens.
Yep. My favorite that I still always quote is the road work ahead. I sure hope it does.
Or like the it's an avocado.
Thanks.
That one really cracks me up.
I love that one. It's so good.
Oh my gosh,
that
one's great.
The internet was fun.
Literally. I feel like TikTok had a moment of being good like that. But and then everyone's like, let me just make it a career.
Yeah.
Which honestly, like, kudos to you.
Yeah, for real. But also now it's not fun anymore.
No, now it's like, what can I sell my people?
Oh my gosh, did you have Kik?
I was not allowed to have Kik.
My parents didn't know that I shouldn't have been allowed to have Kik, so I did have Kik.
Oh no.
There was some crazy stuff happening on Kik, guys.
Crazy.
It was wild.
Yeah, my mom didn't let me have Kik.
That's fair. My parents just didn't know what it was. And I was like, oh, it's just like a messenger. And they were like, why do you need that? You text. I'm like, yeah, but everybody's on this. And like, I can't, they won't text me back. I need to be in Kik. And that was how I got away with it.
Crazy. Kik, but not Snapchat is crazy.
Yeah, I know, right? No, I still feel like Snapchat was worse.
That's fair. Yeah, fair enough. So you were like a band kid. So like you might even have like this experience more. But like, do you remember like what was the app called?
Video Star?
Yes, Video Star, and like you could do like lip sync videos or like
and then Musically, which was like the pre-TikTok.
That was like a little bit past our time.
Was it?
I think so.
No, I had Musically.
I did not have Musically.
Okay.
My sister did, and she's like a little bit younger than me, so that's why I was like, I thought it was a little bit younger, but.
No, I had it in high school.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, I did not.
Yeah, I don't know.
But I definitely had like a couple music videos to like Jar of Hearts. Yeah. Call Me Maybe. I really liked Payphone by Maroon 5.
Oh, me too. I loved that song.
And like my friends and I would make these insane like music videos for them.
Oh, of course. Well, because Video Star had all like the filters and stuff too, so you'd have like random stuff.
There'd be like 3 of you all of a sudden like for the chorus and like.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
2016 was a time.
It really was.
Like,
it really was.
It was.
I think we could probably talk about it for hours, but it's probably time to move on.
Yeah, I would have to agree.
The last segment of our episode today is books in 2016 and then what we think that you should read now if you liked those books.
The first 2016 book I have is Cinder.
Mm-hmm. And mine is Ender's Game. And we both have the same current recommendation for each of those books.
Which is The Blighted Stars by Miss Megan O'Keefe, which I feel like we've talked about this in almost every single episode.
Yeah.
But it's that good. Like, I have made it my social media, like, mission to get this book the recognition and the hype it deserves.
Absolutely. If you guys also watched I'll Read What She's Reading, there's, like, one of the girls in, of the 3 of them that has read it, and, like, in so many episodes, she's trying to convince the rest of them to read it because it is really...
It's that good.
It's so good.
It really, like, I feel like if it could pop off, like, people would love it.
Absolutely. Yeah.
But, anyway, why would you recommend Ender's Game?
So, Ender's Game, if you read it or didn't read it, if you didn't, you should, because it was good. But it's just space. It's like kids, and they go to space, and they, like, have this... There's, like, political intrigue, and, like, it's very interesting. I actually read it first. I read it before this, but then I had to also read it for my humanities class when I was a freshman. And so it was one of those things that we, like, kind of picked apart how the story relates and, like, how it's actually, like, a commentary on, like our culture and politics and stuff like that. So, like, similar to, like, the Hunger Games, you know, that
was very popular in 2016.
It gives that same, like, dystopian type of feel where you're, like, commenting on, like, humanity's faults, but in, like, sci-fi form.
Love.
And I think that just, like, is, like, right on par with The Blighted Stars being, like, a space sci-fi and also... the political intrigue and, like, just, like, the heavy themes and things like that. Like, I think that they're, like, very similar in that way. Mm-hmm. What about for Cinder? I didn't read Cinder.
Okay, yeah, so it really, like, the similarities are, like, space and sci-fi. I will say that. Like, other than that, like, Cinder follows more, like, at least in the first one, like, Cinder is more cyborg, like, sci-fi, but as the series continues, there's this bigger plot in space, so that's kind of why I recommended it. If you're going, like, genuinely book for book, like, Cinder... Probably not so much, but, like, the series as a whole has that space element and definitely, like, political intrigue, classism, like, that classic dystopian vibe, but, like, add the sci-fi part to it, and it's chef's kiss. Plus, like, a cutie little romance, if I must say so myself.
Gotta love
Cinder.
All right, what's your next one?
Guys, I have to talk about, of course, The Hunger Games.
Of course you
like,
do.
Why I could not, like, do a 2016, like, vibe.
The Hunger Games was peak 2014 to 2016 vibes.
I think The Hunger Games was probably a little bit earlier than 2016, but the series was coming out, the movies were coming out, it was popular, like, people were still reading it in schools that I remembered in 2016, so, like, I didn't read the first one in 2016, but, like, we're just gonna pretend for this video I did, okay? Yeah. So, for The Hunger Games, my rec is Trial of the Sun Queen, and I can't remember who it's by, but, like, it's on Kindle Unlimited. It's, like, I would say, like, mildly popular on BookTok. Like, I've seen it on BookTok, but, like, not super... frequently, but basically it has the same vibe of, like, I would say, like, the Hunger Games mixed with the Selection. Like, there is, like, these deadly trials, but, like, it's a whole bunch of girls, like, killing each other to, like, get the princess. You see where I'm going with it. Like, it's very much like a fight to the death, but, like, there's a prize in the man's. It's the prize at the end of it. This one, I will say, is, at least the first one has, like, maybe 1 or 2 spice scenes, but, like, I remember them being very skippable, but it does have language. It is, like, a new adult novel, so it's not YA, even though, like, Hunger Games is, keep that part of it in mind. But if you loved Hunger Games in 2016, you're probably old enough to enjoy Trial of the Sun Queen, and I think it's a completed quartet, and they're all on KU.
Oh, love that.
Yeah, so, and I really liked it. I think I gave the first one 4 stars, and it was like a complete surprise to me, because I'm like, you're marketing this to me as like Hunger Games, and nothing will ever compare. And no, it doesn't. But like, it's very close, and I do see the vibe.
Right. Okay, fair. And where you were a Hunger Games girl in 2016, I was a Divergent girl in 2016. I was freaking obsessed with Tris Pryor.
No, same.
I like remember drawing the little bird things on my collarbone like every day for like a week.
We'll just say it's really a great blessing that you have to be 18 to get a tattoo at 16.
Because I absolutely was convinced I was going to get the freaking birds tattooed on my collarbone.
And I wanted like, okay.
Oh my gosh, me too. I had a Pinterest board and I had an okay tattoo on my Pinterest board.
Oh my gosh, me too. That's hysterical. I'm going to see someday if I can try to find my 2016 Pinterest board.
I just realized that I have mine, and I know, like, I have an entire Pinterest board saved that is just memes, and it's, like, all, like, 2015 to, like, 2017.
I'm crying.
I'm definitely going to go back to it, and I'm going to send you some of them. Because
I love.
Yeah. Anyways, moving on. My recommendation for Divergent is going to be Fourth Wing, and it's really, like... It's just so obvious that Fourth Wing was so heavily inspired by Divergent. And I would not say that Fourth Wing is, like, an amazing book. Like, it is not... The writing is not great. The plot is, like, really addictive. And...
It's fast-paced.
The characters, like, you do get connected to them. They're not my favorite characters. They're not my favorite romance. It's not my favorite series. However... If you are just looking for, like, I loved Divergent and I really want Divergent vibes, but, like, make it an adult fantasy romance, it's the perfect, like, side to side.
It really is. Like, 3 chapters in, I was like...
we get it.
It fills the Divergent hole again. Like,
yeah.
I would even say, like, Divergent does, like, a better political intrigue.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
It's hard to say because it's not a finished series, so, like, who knows what ends up happening, but... Yeah.
So
I add dragons.
Right, of course.
And like a little bit of Harry Potter, like Dark Academia vibe.
Yeah.
No, that's a great.
Yeah.
What were you saying earlier? I'm like, is it a good book?
No.
Is the writing good? No. Are the characters questionable? Am I still addicted to it?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I am.
Yeah.
She does a great job. Like, she knew what she was doing.
Yeah, she really did.
And you know what? I'm sold. Next, I have Daughter of Smoke and Bone.
Okay.
Which I think I probably read in, like, 2017, 18-ish, but I had bought it probably 2016 vibes.
Okay.
And my current recommendation for it is Divine Rivals, which if you've read both of these, like, calm down. I know, a little bit different, but I think what I would recommend them for is if you liked the, like, poetic, like, beautiful writing and the role the gods play in your stories in Divine Rivals, read Daughter of Smoke and Bone. If you like that in Daughter of Smoke and Bone, whatever. So I think that part of it is so unique to those 2 books. It's hard to find, like, recommendations for the 2 of them, but I think, like, if you really think about it, they're great paired.
Okay, I love that. I didn't read Daughter of Smoke and Bone, so I don't know really much about it.
It's really good. It is YA, but it's like probably how you described, like, Divine Rivals. Like, it's technically YA, but, like, writing style wise could get away with being, like, new adult, but, like, clean, no language. Like, it was written for, like, 16-year-olds.
Okay.
But, like, it's really beautifully written.
Love that.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I was obsessed with John Green in the, like, really starting probably in 2014, all, like, through high school. Like, I think I've read John Green's entire backlist. Everything that he's written, I've read.
Did you read Let It Snow or whatever it was?
Oh, that's actually the only one that I haven't.
I haven't read that one either.
I watched the movie of that one, but that one was released later.
I haven't watched it either.
I watched the movie and the movie was not bad. I did read Turtles All the Way Down though. That was another one that was like a more recent release. That one was good. But I loved John Green growing up. I just thought he was amazing. And I'm going to go twice in a row because what I'm going to say first is if you loved The Fault in Our Stars, read it again. Because there's nothing that compares to The Fault in Our Stars. I really tried. I sat here for so long, scrolling through my Goodreads, going through all the books I've read. I'm like, what other romance book could I recommend that would be like equivalent to The Fault in Our Stars? And there's literally just not one.
No.
There's not.
No.
So, yeah, I don't have one for you on that one. But if you loved Looking for Alaska, I do think that you should read Binding 13.
I find it so crazy that when you recommend Binding 13.
I don't always recommend Binding 13. But I also wouldn't always recommend Looking for Alaska. Like, this is funny. Mom, if you're watching, I'm sorry.
Stop right now.
I was so scared. Okay, I was probably 14 when I read Looking for Alaska. So
yeah, I was on the young side for that.
I was young, and I loved it. But after reading it, I was so scared that my parents were going to find out about one scene that's in Looking for Alaska.
Is the scene I'm thinking of, like, with the toothpaste?
Yeah. I was terrified that they were going to be, like, that they were going to ground me and I was going to be in so much trouble for, like, reading that book. Can never
read a book again.
And let me tell you, when I found out that they were making a screen adaptation, because it was contracted for an adaptation way before the adaptation actually happened. Mm-hmm. I found out that they were making an adaptation on screen. I took the book, I went into my closet, I put it on the floor in the back corner, and I shoved like 7 coats on top of it. Because I was like, I can't let my parents find that I have Looking for Alaska.
That's hysterical.
If they watch this show or movie, like, they're gonna know.
It's so funny. I mean, that was pretty vulgar for a 14-year-old.
It was. And that's why my little 14-year-old brain was like, oh my gosh, well, I can't believe I can't let my mom see this. Like,
it's so funny.
But, like, in retrospect, I'm like, okay, it wasn't that serious. Like, there's so many worse things that I could have been reading in 2016. But, like, at the time, it just felt like such a big deal. And there are so many worse things that kids that were my age then are reading now that I'm like,
I can't imagine reading ACOTAR at 16.
Dude, I know, right? No way. But anyway, I recommend Binding 13 for that because the tragedy and the way that Looking for Alaska handles these, like, teenagers dealing with really tough mental health issues, I think is also very huge in Binding 13.
It is, yeah.
And I think it's handled in a pretty similar way where, like, the characters in Looking for Alaska, like, don't always get the answers that they want. Like, things don't always turn out the way that they want it to turn out. There's still, like, tragic things that continue to happen, but at the same time, there's, like, this sense of, like, hope as you go along, too, of, like, okay, but it's, like, it's going to get better eventually. And I think Binding 13 kind of does the same thing, where it's, like,
more prolonged.
Yeah, for sure. But, like, the characters keep living, you know?
Yeah.
Like, they keep, like, pushing. They keep looking for, like, the next thing that is gonna, like, help make everything better, you know? And so I think it's, like, very similar in that it's, like, teenagers dealing with tragedy that they shouldn't have to deal with at their age.
Yeah.
And trying to figure out what to do with that. And also, like, the mental health, like, the commentary on mental health, I think it's also, like, very similar between the two.
Yeah, I'd have to agree. Well, yeah. I was like, I did read Looking for Alaska. It's been so long.
Yeah. But I loved it. I read it probably, like, at least 5 or 6 times.
I probably read it a couple times. I remember, like, I think it was, like, The Fault in Our Stars, An Abundance of Catherine's, Looking for Alaska, and there was a 4th
Paper Towns.
It came, like, in this box bundle, and I remember that's, like, one of the first, like, books I bought, like, when I got, like, or bundles I bought when I got my job.
I think I probably read The Fault in Our Stars, like, at least in the double digits amount of times. And I would, like,
have tears.
Oh, me too. My pages, if you look at them, are so destroyed. Like, they're, like, crumpled and, like, wet. Like,
I have, like, highlighting marks with, like, then, like, tear, like, welts in.
Yep.
And I can tell you the exact line that comes. And then when that line happens, the remainder of the book, I'm just sobbing. And it is, I lit up like a Christmas tree.
No! I watched the movie again.
I can't.
Recently.
I cannot.
I watched it, like, a couple months ago. I made Justin watch it with me. I don't think he had seen it before. And
Ryan's never seen it. He refuses.
Both of us, at the end, were like, in a puddle. Oh, yeah.
Maybe I should get Ryan to read it, because Ryan, like, refuses to read it. And I think it's because he knows he's going to, like, lose his mind.
Justin will probably swear up and down that he did not cry because he thinks that he doesn't cry at stuff like that, but I know I saw the tears.
Looking, like, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Oh, man. That book was so crazy. Like, let's get deep for a second, like, backstory. I think this was maybe 2014. There was, and you might know about this because you went to church with, like, a bunch of people who went to my school. 2014, there was, like, this girl we went to school with.
Yes.
Her name.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, her name was Maggie. I grew up with her. Like, we went to preschool, kindergarten, Sunday school, like, everything together. And she had cancer. And we had to do this book report in 8th grade. Guys, this was also the first time I ever read Divergent. My book for this book report was Divergent. So you had to read it, and then you had to, like, make 5 items from the book. Maggie, you have to know, was a very funny gal. So her book she did was The Fault in Our Stars. Y'all, keep in mind she had cancer. Like, oh my gosh. So she did this book, whatever. She did great, all that. And then she got to do a Make-A-Wish, and her Make-A-Wish thing was to watch the Fault in Our Stars movie before it came out. It got granted. She was able to watch it and then, like, passed away, like, genuinely hours after the movie.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, I know. So, like, not only is this book just, like, really, really special to me because it's a great story, but, like, I grew up with Maggie. We were good buddies. I, like, got to visit her in the hospital before she passed. So, like, it has, like, that emotional, like, connection to it as well.
Yeah.
And I remember, like, her mom was like, you're not reading this book. Like, you cannot read this book. And Maggie won, obviously. Like, she played the cancer card, like, as kids do. And, like, she just talked about it so highly of, like, just not feeling alone. Like, no one, you can't explain, like, no one understands, like, childhood cancer unless you had childhood cancer. Aww. So she just really loved it. And I just always think of her when I read that book. And it makes me so sad. But,
that's so sweet. I just feel so informed on an emotional level. Like,
right. In ways you wouldn't have had the opportunity to.
Any other way.
No.
Unless you experienced it yourself. Yeah.
And, like, hope to God we never do, like, genuinely.
Yeah.
But, yeah, it's just really eye-opening. And, like, John Green, Kirsten Hanna, they do a really, really good job of, like, making sure they're dealing with these issues in a very delicate manner, but also being very, very real on, like, the not-so-glamorous sides of those.
Yeah, absolutely. So I guess that's another good one, too. If you were another, like, you loved John Green and how he, like, told a story and had that emotional impact, both Kristen Hanna and Frederick Bachman, I would say, like, I've been dying to recommend Beartown because I just finished it. I just told Lexie this before we filmed this episode. I'm like, I'm going to find a way to recommend Beartown.
I got to plug it in.
It's right now. If you loved the way that John Green, like, told a story and had the emotional impact and also just, like, pulled you into just loving the characters so much, I think you really have to read Beartown. Like, the first one is the only one that I've read so far, but as soon as I finished it, literally went straight into Amazon and clicked buy on the next 2.
I love when a book makes you do that. Yeah. It's so good.
And I'm like, how fast can we get here? Oh, I have to wait till Saturday? Ugh, I guess I can read something else in between.
That's
but then
crazy.
I'm immediately picking up the next book.
Love.
But that same type of connection that you feel with the characters in a John Green novel is exactly how I was feeling reading Beartown. So also, I guess there's another, like, side-by-side for you.
This one's kind of funny. It's Twilight.
Okay, love.
Which I think I read the first one in, like, probably 2016, and then I didn't read any of the other ones, and then I picked them back up, like, after I was married and, like, read the whole series.
Okay, yeah.
But so for Twilight, I'm actually recommending Crave, which, if you know the cover of Crave, it's quite...
It looks exactly like
Twilight. Which is why I picked it up. I'm like, oh, I really miss Twilight. Like, I need something... And I picked that up, and it's actually really, really good. And yes, it has the vampires, and it has that similar story, but I mean, Crave is like 5 books long, so it's really, like, played out, and you have so many other, like, supernatural characters that end up coming out, and, like, there's, like, the love triangle kind of vibes, and, like, my husband read them and really liked them. He's actually further along in the series than I am right now. So I would definitely recommend Crave. I don't think it's, like, a new book or anything, but, like, I've seen it on TikTok here and there. So, like, if you've been like, I'm not reading Crave because it's right off of Twilight, I promise the stories, like, branch off enough to make it feel like you're reading something different.
Okay, cool. Because I definitely have seen that one as, like, compared to Twilight before. But
it makes sense. Yeah.
Okay. Well. All right, I have one last one, and the 2016 book is The Fifth Wave, which we were talking about also before this episode, and I have, like, pretty much no recollection of The Fifth Wave, except that it was, like, I know that I read it, and I know that there was, like, all this, like, crazy destructive things, like, happening in the world, and, like, characters trying to, like, survive.
Yeah.
And basically, like, 10 plagues, like, kind of deal is what I remember about it. But five, yeah. And the book that I would recommend with this, actually, I don't think I've ever seen this talked about.
I didn't know about it.
Yeah, it's called The Electric Kingdom, and it's I think 2021 release, so it's, like, it is more, like, recent, but this gives such good, like, end of the world dystopian vibes.
Love.
There is this, like virus, basically. It was released, like, right after COVID, so I think somebody definitely had this, like, I'm gonna take inspiration from COVID and turn it into a dystopian book. Yeah. Dystopian sci-fi. So yeah, it's like this, like, fly flu that
fly bats.
Yeah. Ebola, I don't know. But so it's this flu that, like, wipes out a ton of humanity, and then multiple different characters in different places in the world that end up coming together out of just, like, trying to get to a safe place away from the flu, and then figuring out, like, how to survive and also how to, like, make it stop, which I feel like is pretty much a very similar plot to The Fifth Wave. Yeah,
very similar. I think The Fifth Wave there was, like, 5 levels of, like, we're gonna eliminate the human race. It was, like, technology going away, and then, like, acid rain, and, like, there's some other ones I can't remember.
I vaguely remember all of these things.
And then aliens came down at some point.
So crazy.
I just remember the romance. It was cutie.
Fair. It's
a movie, but I don't think it did well. I don't remember.
I don't know. The Electric Kingdom has, like, a tiny bit of a romance, but it's, like, between side characters. Like, the main...
Oh, okay.
Kind of. Yeah. It gives that dystopian, like, peak 2014 to 2016, like, vibe. So if you're like, I just really want to pick up, like, something that gives me that same, like, dystopian vibes of, like, the world is ending, it's post-apocalyptic, like, we're all, whatever. The Electric Kingdom does give that exact feeling.
I love that.
Yeah.
I think we were talking about this, like, we're sitting here recommending, like, all of these. If you like that, read this. But there's truly nothing that really hits the same as, like, that 2014-16, like,
gosh, yeah.
Like, it was just the couple years for dystopian.
Yeah.
And yeah, some of these books are, like, similar, and, like, you can kind of, hit that need a little bit, but like nothing. No authors are writing like they were back then.
Yeah, nothing compares, truly. Like, there were some of these that we were trying to think through of, like, okay, how do we recommend something that's similar to this? One of these is The Maze Runner.
We could not think of anything. Well, we haven't read Red Rising. I've heard that's similar, but, like, we couldn't talk about it because we haven't read it.
Right.
But
stuff like that, and, like, even Divergent to Fourth Wing, it's like, yeah, you can read Fourth Wing and you can get the same vibe, but, like, nothing compares
Hunger Games,
The Hunger Games, Divergent, The Maze Runner, The Fault in Our Stars. Like, there were just so many. It was, like, peak pop culture literature.
Literally.
Like, peak young adult literature.
They don't make them like that anymore.
They don't.
I read Divergent. Like, reread it last year, 2025, and it was just as good as 2016 or whatever.
Bring in themes that you're starting to learn as you're in that young adult age. You're starting to learn more about the world. It's like that, like, loss of innocence kind of phase.
Yeah, that's true.
That those books all bring in so well. That current books now, you're either, like, childish or you're way too mature. It's, like, nothing in between.
Yeah.
And even some adult books are like, okay, this is an extremely mature book with mature themes, but these characters are ridiculously immature. Like,
literally, that is one of my biggest pet peeves that have, like, come up in the recent years. I'm like,
why are we doing this?
It's an epidemic, truly. It's an epidemic.
Terrible.
Like, why are we having, like, 20-year-olds who are literally going through world-ending crap?
Yeah.
Acting like a bunch of babies. For a 16-year-old, I understand.
Not just 20-year-olds, but, like, 40-year-olds.
Literally.
Like, there are so many books that are, like, in every genre.
Yeah.
Where these full-grown adults are acting like actual children.
Like, these characters in the 2016, they stepped up to the plate. They knew, they were like, you know what? I'm the chosen one. I'm the one that's going to work for it. Can it suck sometimes? Yeah, but you know what?
I'm going to do it.
This is what...
I'm passionate. I care about what I'm standing for. Young adult books now are just brain rot trash. And sometimes there's nothing wrong with brain rot trash every once in a while for, like, some entertainment. But at the same time, like, kids who are young teenagers, like, kids that are 15 to, like, 16 and 17 years old, like, they need good books that are teaching them things, that are helping them understand the world better and helping guide them through that phase of their life. Like, these books did that for us. Like, they guided us through and helped us have empathy and helped us understand. Yes, like, there are so many good things that we learned from these books, reading them in this point of, like, our lives, that, like, the young adult books now, like, kids are reading freaking ACOTAR. Like, what are you learning from ACOTAR?
Literally. And also, again, an epidemic. Get the new adult books off of the YA shelves.
And get the spice out of the YA books. Like, what are we doing?
It's fine. Like, ACOTAR is fine. If you want to write your book and have it have spice, fine.
Yes, but make it adult.
Yeah, stop marketing it as young adult.
Yeah.
We're yelling. I'm like, we're getting passionate.
I'm angry.
Let me back up a little. Like, it's, if that's what you want to write in your book, like, free country, freedom of speech, write whatever you want. That's fine. Stop marketing it for young adults. Stop putting cartoon covers on it. Like,
smut.
Like, stop doing that. Stop, like, bookstore people, stop putting these books that you know. Like, yeah, okay, maybe it's marketed as young adult, but you know it's not. Move it. Just move it.
Right.
The way I was floored, I went to Half Price Books a couple weeks ago, and what's her other, like, urban fantasy? Crescent City?
Sarah. Yeah.
There was, like, 5 of them in the young adult section. I was like...
In what world?
I haven't read them, so I guess I can't speak on it, but, like, if I know Sarah J. Maas, and I know Sarah J. Maas...
Right.
Yeah. I was like, I literally grabbed them and I started moving them. I'm like, these do not go here. This is just toxic.
You have to think about young adult as more than just, like, the 16 to 18-year-olds. Like, if a 16 to 18-year-old is going to pick up something like that, like, I understand. Chances are they're seeing worse in their movies, TV, and internet. That's not to say that that's how it should be, but whatever. I get it. But, like, the kids who are going to the young adult shelves are not the 16 to 18-year-olds. It's the 12 to 14-year-olds. Like, these kids are in, like, 6th and 7th grade reading, like, nasty stuff. Like, I can't.
Let's just say it. It's weird.
It is.
It's weird. I think part of what the issue is, and we maybe have talked about this before, is there's such this, like, culture of, like, writing fast. Like, let's just bang out, like, one author writing 3 books in a year is insane and should not be a thing. And then even furthermore, now the AI part of it, like,
oh my gosh,
people are using these what are supposed to be tools to write your actual book. There's no, like, heart.
Right.
I don't say no heart. It's harder to find books with, like, heart and, like, meaning and, like, you know what, this is my, like, Suzanne Collins.
It's her life's work.
Right. Like, I think she does have, like, a little, like, a younger middle grade series, but, like, Hunger Games is, like, what she poured her heart and soul in.
Yeah.
J.K. Rowling with Divergent.
With
Veronica Roth with
Divergent, J.K. Rowling.
Yeah. Sorry. I'm getting all mixed up. But you don't see these authors coming out with, like, multiple books every single year.
No.
It's unheard of. It's heard of now, and that's what's normal, and that's what all these readers and consumers are pushing for, but that's not how it was designed to be.
If you look at classic literature and the books that have really stood the test of time, those authors published between 1 and 5 books in their entire life. Their whole life. Like... Yep. Charlotte Bronte published 1 book.
And it is a masterpiece.
Absolutely.
I definitely understand where authors are coming. I had this, like, bout of, like, creativity. Sure, write your rough draft in 2 months.
Yeah.
Absolutely. But then you spend years or like a year, 2 years.
And your process is your process, however long it takes you.
Right.
It's totally fine for you. The problem is that the problem is that all of the authors are feeling this pressure to release 1 or more books every single year. That's why
crazy.
The quality is going down
right, because they have to meet the demand.
Yeah.
But, like, for me, I would rather quality over quantity.
Absolutely.
Like, I think, going back to Rebecca Yarros in Fourth Wing, and she's admitted to this, so, like, I'm not, like, coming at her in any way, shape, or form.
Yeah.
If she spent a year to 2 years in between each book, we would have a much different conversation about the Fourth Wing series, and I will die on that hill.
I honestly think it's why she's taking so long for
and
this
I love
next
that.
book.
She 100%.
I love that for her. Yeah. Like, take a break, take your time, make it good.
Like,
yeah.
and I'm not an author, so like maybe this is just coming out of left field, but I would hate to publish a book where I know there's plot holes because I didn't take my time to really like know my story so in and like by the back of my hand that like I know this is bulletproof.
Yeah, absolutely. No, I think it's such an important conversation to be having, and honestly, like
we could do this whole episode, guys.
We really could. How books and writing has changed, like with binge reading and things like that. Like I've even heard authors say, like, come at readers for like, hey, you want me to spend my whole, life's work on this novel, and then you're gonna sit there and you're gonna read it in 3 hours, and then it's gonna be over. Like, why are we also as readers not taking our time with our books? And why are we like, if we want the books to be good, then we also have to seek out books that are well thought out, and then we have to go through and we actually have to think about them. Then you also have the other side of it where the authors are like, okay, you want me to spend my life on this, but you're gonna consume it like it's,
and then demand and be rude and make these videos that are like coming for me and like my family.
Like I think the readers have a responsibility too to make that like effort to invest in what they're reading.
I was like thinking about this. Let's just take Fourth Wing. Fourth Wing, the first one was written in 2.5 months. She's admitted that, whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, it's her best of the 3, I think. But regardless, that book took me 3 days to read, maybe.
Yeah.
Mistborn, similar sized book.
Like 2 weeks.
Literally. And it didn't matter how fast I felt like I was reading. If I skimmed any word, you missed things. Right. And that's such a testament to like the thought and intention behind Brandon Sanderson. And I'm not saying there's anything wrong with Fourth Wing, and I'm not saying it's not a great book, and I ate it up, and
of course,
I learned things and whatever, but like it's very evident the time spent in the books.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I think we have to call it.
She's like, shut up.
This has been a great episode, and this is a great conversation, but I do have to have a homework meeting.
We gotta go.
Yeah, we do. We gotta get out of here. But thank you guys so much for spending time with us on your Thursday. I know this episode is probably a bit long for what we would normally be posting, but you know what? You got us for some extra time today.
Yeah, it's great.
Well, that's all we have. Thanks for throwing it back to 2016 with us, and we will see you guys again next week for another episode of the Go Read Sis podcast.
Bye.
Bye.